No election in a democracy is ever entirely predictable, but in the world's fourth biggest, Brazil, this Sunday's vote is expected to be far from close. Even in an age of right-wing populist candidates, one of the candidates in Brazil's election stands out. He's been described as a bigot, a racist, a homophobe and a dictator in waiting. He hasn't campaigned in public for weeks after he was stabbed, and yet Jair Bolsonaro is expected to win by a landslide after an acrimonious campaign. What was once seen as an economic powerhouse of the future is now tainted by corruption, with international investors fleeing. The scandal leading to one former president being jailed and his successor forced from office. This weekend's election is a result of both. The candidate for the governing party, Fernando Haddad, lacks the charisma of his predecessors, while Jair Bolsonaro, who won the first round of voting earlier this month, is often compared to Donald Trump, using highly charged language to do down his opponents and fire up his supporters.
Desperate times, extreme remedies in their sights. In a country riven by corruption, economic crisis, and where violent crime kills 60,000 people a year, former Marine João Berkel is among millions to see a saviour in the shape of just one man.
Bolsonaro today is the hope to the people. The bad guys here have guns. The good guys, the people, don't have guns.
Apontando o dedinho muitas vezes.
Jair Bolsonaro, fingers cocked in trademark pistol salute, says he'll change that. He also talks up dictatorship and pledges to banish opponents. It only adds to the fervour of his supporters.
He's the best, and the best.
Once best known for screaming insults at opponents, for telling a fellow member of Brazil's parliament she was too ugly to rape, Bolsonaro has restyled himself the Trump of the tropics and inspires just as much love and loathing. At a rally last month, he was stabbed. He only just survived and continued to campaign from his hospital bed,
Nós acreditamos.
literally phoning in his performance to rallies, venturing out only under heavy guard.
He has barely been seen in the flesh since that assassination attempt, but it hasn't hindered his progress. This man has courted controversy and captured the mood of a nation.
Yet there are those who warn Brazil has fallen under the spell of a demagogue, that a Bolsonaro victory would be painful history repeating.
I think it means the tragedy for my country.
Hildegard's mother and brother were murdered by the military.
And he died.
During their 20-year rule, Bolsonaro has lauded. Her brother's body was never found.
They had airplanes express to throw people in the sea.
To dispose of the body so there's no evidence.
Sometimes they were alive.
And yet even in Rio's slums, whose black residents Bolsonaro has routinely insulted and abused, you will find supporters. In this wreck of a country, says Luiz, we need a strong man to get us back on track. From the favelas to the gun club, they talk of fighting back against years of failure. That's what puts Bolsonaro so far ahead. A divisive figure, a decisive moment. John Ray, News at 10, Rio de Janeiro.